Hello, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network. We got another pile of stuff for you today with our mega show to end out the week. So let's get started. So as always, we're going to get started with the numbers. But if you are at home and you would like to call in, please give me a call at 250-457-0538 and I'll answer your call live. I believe that we have somebody actually calling in a little bit, so we'll wait for that. But let's start off with our numbers, and that being said, I'm just going to show you guys yesterday's numbers from about this time. And again, this is for the world, so this is globally. We were looking at 1,015,630 cases, 53,016 deaths, 33,789 serious cases, and 207,011 people have recovered. Now, in contrast, the global cases as of right now, we're looking at 1,097,000 cases, 862 total worldwide, 58,875 deaths, 35,420 total serious, and 221,756 cases recovered, which is not quite 20,000 people recovered, but that's still a very large jump up on the positive number. How that translates into our local province here, we have 53 new cases across the province, which brings our total to 1,174 with 4 new deaths, totaling 35 in total. That is 541 now in Vancouver, 412 in Fraser Health, 74 on Vancouver Island, 126 in Interior Health. So this is an increase of 5 cases in Interior Health from yesterday, and 21 in Northern British Columbia. We now also have a good number of 641 people recovered. So that is the numbers for today. Now let's get into some of the newsy bits. So as a reminder, there was a confirmed case of COVID-19 in Cache Creek this week. So if you were in the Cache Creek subway on March 24th, 25th, or 26th, you please self-isolate. The infected individual was an employee. So if you had a sub made and you ate that sub, touched that sub, came into contact with that sub, you must self-isolate for the next 14 days, please. Safety Mart has eggs. I've been going into Safety Mart shopping for a bunch of different people. I have a pretty big care net that I look after, and they have been out of eggs for probably the good last 6 or 7 days. So while supplies last, Safety Mart does have eggs, and they'll be getting more next week. Our local schools, and I meant to talk about this yesterday, our local schools will be contacting you about picking up your child's belongings from before the pandemic started. So before spring break in our particular case. Also, if you have a child with personal items in the gym lockers, please contact the Desert Sands Community School to get those picked up as well. And again, I meant to talk about this yesterday, so if you haven't already, the school will be contacting you about picking up your child's personal stuff from the school over the next couple of days next week. Now, from yesterday, I just want to give an apology. So from yesterday, I mentioned a story about a police officer catching a profiteer. When I got home from doing the show, my wife pointed out that I had said, say what you will about police. That was one thing I said. I just wanted to make very clear that I am a firm supporter of the RCMP. That comment did not come out the way that I intended it to, and I apologize for that. The RCMP are doing a great job. Keep it up, and I'll try and keep my lingo to a less odd way of sounding. That didn't sound great either, but anyway. So this was an interesting topic in the newspaper today. Frontline workers risking coronavirus should get a courage bonus, says the NDP. Minimum wage workers who are getting up every morning to perform essential work should get some federal cash too. So this was brought up on the federal level yesterday because people who are working are just getting their regular salary. yet everyone that is able to stay home and should stay home is still getting paid, and in some cases either the same or more than our minimum wage workers that are working on the front lines. So what do you think? Should people that currently have a job, should they just be getting their regular salary, or should they or do they deserve a little bit of a cash incentive or bonus or benefit while they are working? So you can either call me at 250-457-0538, comment on this video, or email us at hon@ashcrofthub.com. Also, Jessica, why don't we make this a poll if we can? So we do have Jessica at home doing all the comments and stuff, chatting with everybody as you are watching this video. So Jessica, let's make this a poll. Let's see what some people are saying, what people are thinking about that particular topic, and we'll go from there. Another big thing, so from Justin Trudeau's speech this morning, again, he didn't necessarily say too much, except for two things. So 3M is faces pressure from Trump to order to stop exporting N95 masks to Canada. So this was something that was brought up with Trudeau this morning. So yes, the States has N95 masks, but they want to keep them for themselves. Oh, hang on, I'll come back to this story. I have a caller. Hello, you're talking with Gareth on the Hub Online Network. How can I help you?
Giving you a call.
Hey Raven, how you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Oh, I am living the dream.
Living the dream. How is the weather in Ashcroft?
Well, it's not snowing anymore.
Not snowing anymore?
Yeah,
Does that mean it was snowing this morning?
Yeah, I woke up this morning and we had a couple inches of snow, but it's nice and beautiful right now.
Good. Here too. The sun is shining and it's actually quite nice out.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from 100 Mile House today.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what's the big happenings in 100 Mile House these days?
Well, you know what? There's been a lot going on in 100 Mile House. One thing that's been impressive to me, not just in 100 Mile, but just in lots of local communities around here and even across Canada, is just all the support that people are expressing for our essential service workers and everybody who's out there doing their best to help our world keep functioning during this challenging time. So I've seen a lot of examples of that, like the hearts. Have you guys been doing the window heart?
Well, I've been noticing the window hearts for sure. We are probably 2 weeks behind. We did butterflies a couple weeks ago, but then yeah. So I think that every week it's a different theme. So we did butterflies, and I think last week was animals, and this week was hearts. But we didn't do the hearts.
Oh wow! I didn't actually hear that there were other themes going on. I'm going to have to check that out. I've just been seeing window hearts, and I've also been seeing something called, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think karaoke, like karaoke, but for the coronavirus, and it's a Facebook group where everybody is singing and just sharing their creativity and kind of coming together and connecting.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard about that, so I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that's something that everyone can check out, not just in 100 Mile, but something that's actually happening in Clinton again tonight, I believe, is a repeat of the birthday parade that happened last Friday.
The what parade, sorry?
The birthday parade. So last Friday in Clinton,
Yeah.
Village Councillor Sandy Barrage, she's actually known mostly by Teacher Sandy. So Teacher Sandy organized a really great event for two local women where everybody in the community came together and they headed out from Regcon Park. They had their vehicles decorated and they drove past these two ladies' homes to wish them a happy birthday while, social distancing, but connecting at the same time.
Oh, that's very cool.
Isn't that nice? And now we're thinking of doing it again this evening. I think at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'll have to double check. And it sounds like they're going to find 2 or 3 new folks to drive to their homes and wish them a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, well, happy birthday to whoever those people are.
Yes, I believe one is Harper Lawrence, who turned 7 yesterday. So happy belated birthday to Harper yesterday.
Wow, 7 years old and living in a pandemic time.
I know.
What a life.
To be alive.
Now, for the viewers at home, Raven is a journalist in 100 Mile. Now, Raven, here in Ashcroft and Cache Creek, we have quite a few businesses that have been shutting down or reducing their hours. What's happening in Clinton and 100 Mile?
Well, it's been much the same. I think that everybody is doing their best to follow, provincial guidelines and regulations. Something that I think has changed in the last couple of days. Clinton previously had already shut down their physical center, so it's a little gym they have above the village office. They shut that down, but I think the gym in 100 Mile House was considering reopening until they got the word that no dice, you guys have to close shop as well. So.
Right.
For the most part, I think it's largely essential services that are remaining open. I know that some local restaurants are still doing takeout. I personally haven't picked up any takeout myself, but I do commend. There's one chain here, Canadian 2 for 1. They're actually ordering groceries for people, and I think that's really lovely because not only are they doing that, but they're delivering them to seniors, and the manager there is really going above and beyond to not just deliver pizza.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. How are things in Ashcroft?
Well, about a week and a half ago, it was crazy busy because everybody was trying to get their hands on groceries and stuff like that. But the last few times that I've been out and about, it's been fairly quiet overall.
Yeah.
So
I've been noticing a change there as well. I had to go out about 10 days ago, and it was almost a bit chaotic. It felt kind of like a long weekend. When you get to live in these small towns for a while, we all start to say, oh, it only gets busy on long weekends or holidays, and it started to feel there like it was that sort of rushing mentality for a while of people kind of panicking. And I do feel that I had to go grab the paper today, and it seemed a bit calmer, which was nice to see. People were being more respectful, but it did have kind of a funny interaction at Pharmacy with a sort of bouncer at the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've heard actually. Have you seen any door bouncers at any establishments that you've tried to enter?
Not in Ashcroft or Cache Creek, but last Friday I was down at the coast and I went into a superstore and there was lots of security.
Yeah, so that's I guess that is something that is starting to be put in place at more locations. My first interaction with actual security was at the Pharmacy today. I just went to pick up the local paper, and perhaps I was walking too fast towards the entrance, and I wasn't wearing any makeup, so maybe I looked a little scary. And I had my gumboots on too, but I was hastily walking towards the Pharmacy, and I almost walked right into the lady's hand as she put it out in front of me, just with the palm open to stop. And she said, whoa, we're practicing social distancing. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And I just gave her a little more room and said, could you just reach behind and pass me that paper, please? And it was a totally polite interaction, but I did, as I was departing, I noticed that there was a line of people, socially distanced, of course, in their line, but they seemed, no one was talking to each other, and it was definitely more rigid of an interaction than what it was last week.
So do you feel that people are becoming a little bit more stressed out over as the days go on, or?
You know what? I think that becoming more stressed out, I wouldn't generalize that everyone's becoming more stressed out, but I think I definitely have noticed that everyone's becoming more aware, and I think that's something that I'm thankful for. Personally, I've been pretty open about anxiety. Is something that I've always dealt with just with my own mental health, and as a person who's quite into research, I've been tracking the coronavirus, since early January, and for me, I found that my anxiety has lessened the more that we all pay attention and actually communicate. I feel less stressed out when we're working together and we're actually, talking about flattening the curve and how we can concretely get past this and get through this. That makes me feel better.
Right.
Definitely. What about you?
Oh, well, I think that people are starting to understand the ramifications of everything. Now, I don't think it's been so much of an issue necessarily in Ashcroft and Cache Creek, with parties and stuff like that. But as the bigger centers start seeing more and more cases, I think that people are starting to really understand what is happening. So I think that it's been good, despite the fact that I think some people have been getting a little bit more stressed and showing that as they do go out. But overall, I think it's good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
We have to give ourselves time to be stressed too, and to allow that, because none of us has ever really experienced this before, of course, unless you're one of the amazing folks who are celebrating, 100 and something birthday. This is really a first for all of us, so it's something we have to adjust to, and I think that just practicing compassion during this time can be really helpful, as we're all feeling stressed. I think we're all sharing that kind of worry, so it's good to just be kind to each other.
Good advice. Right on.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. Don't forget to call me back after the show is done.
Certainly, will do.
And because I have a no caller ID on here, so I don't have your number.
Okay.
So give me a call when the show's done, and we'll talk to you then. And thank you so much for calling in. Let's do this again next week, so you can give another update on 100 Mile.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
I also will say that there's apparently going to be a snowmobile escort going on at Green Lake this evening. So if people are part of the Green Lake Facebook group, that might be something to check out too, because that sounds pretty neat.
Well, do you have, speaking of Facebook groups, what sources on Facebook have you been noticing giving out good advice, good information?
Oh, well, this page that we are speaking on, you guys are awesome. I'm so thankful for the Hub Online Network, and something you mentioned yesterday, actually, that group that we're both a part of. It's the Cash Clinton, I believe, Cash Create Clinton group, and it's a COVID-specific group, and there's so many great updates in there, and I think that, I think it's Tia Hook who is monitoring it, and she's making sure that nobody repeats information, and she's got the files sorted out. But I think the superstar of info right now, online sources, is Dr. Bonnie Henry, and paying attention to our officials.
Yes, that is very true.
That's our first place to go.
They've been very good, I will say so.
They have been, definitely. And also, one Clinton shout out. I've been noticing that the Bethel Pentecostal Church in Clinton has been doing online service as well. And I watched their Sunday service last week, and it was really, really inspiring. And it's online for anyone to view. So that's something to have a look at as well for those who can't actually go and worship in person right now.
Right on. Well, I'll have to check that out. Well, you have yourself a good afternoon, Raven, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too. I hope you have a great rest of your live show, Gareth.
Thank you. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Okay, bye now.
All right, bye. So yeah, that was Raven, again, from 100 Mile, a journalist. So thank you very much for phoning in and giving us an update on 100 Mile in Clinton. And stay safe out there. So just to finish up what I was talking about the N95 masks, again, Trump has asked to stop exporting the masks to Canada. Trudeau has responded by saying that he thinks that would be a mistake for relations between the U.S. and Canada. 3M says that it can no longer provide the masks to Canada, and some articles say that Trump has ordered them to stop, while others are saying that he's asked to stop. So who knows who is right? And we have another caller. Look at that. Hello, you're talking to the Hub Online Network. How are you?
Oh, hi, Gareth. David here.
David Dirksen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
And what is new and exciting in your world?
Well, I was talking with our doctors this morning, and I'd like to do an update from them if that's appropriate.
Oh, that'd be great.
And they want to make sure that the community is aware that and also the surrounding area, that the Ashcroft family medical practice is fully functioning. While patients can't go in directly to see the doctors, they can call in, and then the doctors are calling back and either talking with them by phone or with telehealth. And with the telehealth, if they have a computer, that can be by video or just by audio. And that the clinic hours are still 8:30 to 4:30. And the other thing is that for a lot of people, they don't have a family doctor, and we're in this wonderful position right now that we've just recently welcomed Dr. Stephen Akinkunami and his family to the community, and he's taking new patients. and he's willing to begin that. I don't know if you've had an online appointment yet, but I've had one, and also I've had a referral from that to a specialist that I'll be talking with on Monday. So the clinic is functioning very, very well, even though they aren't being able to see people in person. And also, if there are people who would prefer a female doctor, Dr. Adioson is also accepting new patients at the clinic now. Our doctors are doing everything in their power to serve the patients of Ashcroft, and so please call the clinic for appointments and or consultations, and the clinic staff will set up a time, and then the doctor will call you back or contact you by telehealth. So I think it's really important for us, to be aware of this and realize that although we can't physically go into the clinic is functioning very, very well right now.
Oh, that's good. And I have had a telehealth meeting with Dr. Adetola the other day, just to get some results back from a CT scan that I had. So, and I thought that it went very well, very easy to do. So yeah, I think it's a great thing for all of us to be able to access at this time.
Right, and the other thing is that as we're moving forward and we move through this, we are in the process, the province is in the process of helping us move towards interprofessional team-based primary care, and in that process, one of the keys is going to be the community's numbers. So the more people that we have registered at the clinic, the easier it's going to be to get extra resources for the clinic and for the primary care aspects of that when we get ready to implement that. So this is a great time to support the doctors in the clinic by registering and being part of it.
Do we have lots of people in our area that go to doctors outside of Ashcroft?
Yes, too many as far as I'm concerned, but as we can, and they're doing that for very good reasons from the past when there weren't doctors here and things like that. But it's really important for us now, as we're building into the primary care structure, to be able to really pull back and get our local numbers really accurate so that we can do that. Right.
Well, I personally know Dr. Adetola. I haven't met the two new doctors, or so you mentioned two other names. What were they again?
Okay, there's Dr. Stephen Akinkunami. He and his family just arrived. Literally, I think it was March 11th that they arrived, and all of the social distancing came out right after that. And so they're here in town, and Dr. Adioson is here. Her family, her husband and family are in Kamloops. Her children are going to school in Kamloops, but they're very committed to the community, and they're doing a very good job in working with us.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for that. Is there anything else, interesting updates that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, if I may.
Of course.
I'd like to, I heard your earlier piece, and St. Albans is doing, thanks to your incredible help, doing online services each Sunday, and so our Palm Sunday service will be available this coming Sunday, and then the next week we will also be having our Easter Sunday service available online, and we will also be posting some of the handouts and the other things that are there so that people can participate a little more fully. So we're slowly learning how to do this.
Oh, well, and we'll definitely get there. But by the time this is all over, we'll be geniuses at it.
Yeah, we'll be a well-oiled team. Yeah, and I'm like I say, I'm really appreciative appreciative of the hub and your work in helping us to put that together. It's really been quite exciting because on Sunday morning we generally have the number of viewers that we have at our normal Sunday service, but by the end of the week we've more than quadrupled that number of people who have participated and done that. So we're hoping that we're being a blessing to not only the people who are part of the church, but those who are looking for some spiritual support and hope in this current time. Well,
you guys have had some great services that I've been privy to because I've seen them. Hello, future people. So yeah. Anyway, I'm glad to help.
Well, and thank you very much, and keep up the good work. Talk to you again.
Well, thank you very much, David, and let's try and do this again next week with another update about the doctors.
Okay.
All right.
Likely Tuesday or Wednesday.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, David.
Bye now.
Bye. So that was David Dirksen. He owns Beans Roasted Right. Hashtag not sponsored, but if you're looking for good local coffee, check out Beans Roasted Right. Now, in Canada, Justin Trudeau said that he made a deal with Amazon Canada to get local supplies that Canada does have to where it has to go. This has fallen under some recent scrutiny, while some other political parties, for example, Jagmeet Singh said on Twitter today that it's disappointing that the government has chosen Amazon to handle distribution of critical PPE to provinces. Recent reports of Amazon avoiding COVID-19 safety measures like physical distancing puts workers' lives at risk and threatens the public health amid a pandemic. If you agree with Jagmeet Singh, let us know, or if you don't, let us know. You can email us at hon@ashcrofthub.com. You can text me right now and I'll read your response online, and we'll go from there. Now, before we move on with some other local info, we have a video from Jessica talking about our local businesses, what's open, what's not open, and we'll watch that right.
Foods in Ashcroft. I'm sure they're even busier than they normally are. There's no change in hours, but they are making sure that there's lots of extra cleaning in the store. They're asking everybody to be conscious of their physical distancing. They've got extra precautions for the cashiers, and they've got fancy new stickers on the floor to make sure that you know where to stand so that their cashiers is as safe as they can be. So next time you're in, make sure that you give an extra special thank you to everybody working in the store for all the hard work that they're doing. Tier Savings is still open here in Ashcroft. They have reduced their hours a little bit. The bank is open Tuesday to Friday from 10 till 2 and Saturdays from 9:30 to 1, and the insurance office is open Monday to Friday 10 till 2 rather, and Saturdays from 9:30 to 1. Both Second and Around Thrift Store and the Ladies Health Auxiliary Thrift Store have been closed for the last 2 weeks. They also have both requested to not drop any donations off during this time, and please keep them at home until they're open again. Central Cafe is open for takeout only. You can give them a call and place your order, or quickly pop in and drop your order off. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. IDA Pharmacy is open and ready for all of your pharmacy and prescription needs. They are only open now Monday to Friday, 9 to 5:30, and they are asking that you phone your prescriptions in ahead of time so they can get them ready for you and have limited interaction with people and you in the store. The Ashcroft Barber is fully closed, and Unity Cafe is also closed as well. She is posting periodic memories on Facebook so that you can keep your music fun going. So check out her Facebook page for daily fun videos of past performances. Another business that's closed temporarily is the Ashcroft Bakery, so you'll all have to just learn to make bread at home yourself, and possibly those yummy cinnamon buns. We did have a video showing Deb's secret, so maybe you can watch that and get those cinnamon buns yourself at home. The liquor store is open still. They have hours Monday to Saturday from 11 till 6. They are not taking any bottle returns at all. They do have a limit of 7 people in the store. and they have potential limits as well on products. Fields in Ashcroft is still open. They have limited their hours a little bit. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 till 5 and Sundays from 11 till 5. Just a few hour changes for Canada Post. At the post office, they're open Monday through Friday, 10 till 4, and they're open a little bit later on Thursdays until 5 o'clock. They're asking to just be aware of social distancing in the store and requesting only one person in the post office at a time. NGN Services is still operational, but they're not allowing anyone into the store. You have to give them a call and they will place your order for you and either have you pick it up or deliver it directly to your home. Nature's Gifts in Ashcroft has changed their hours slightly. They're now open Tuesday to Friday, 9:30 to 5. You can call ahead and place your order and they can have it ready for you and either bring it out to you to your car, or you can just quickly pop in and pick it up. The Ashcroft Bottle Depot is still open. They have changed their hours slightly. They're open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 until 2. So you can still drop off your returns here. Revelations here in Ashcroft has also closed its doors for the time being. And as Barbara did say when she called in the other day, do not cut your bangs yourself. Ashcroft Home Hardware has some reduced hours. They're only open from 9 till 4 Monday through Friday. And they are asking if you can to call your order in. They're happy to deliver it for you or have it ready for you for pickup. So just give them a call. The Ashcroft Legion is fully closed for the time being. The Ashcroft Library may be closed for the time being, but there is still access to online books, either ebooks or audiobooks, through their website, tnrl.ca. You can access the Wi-Fi as well here at the library outside of the building. We've got business as usual at Quality Glass in Ashcroft. They will be closed on Saturdays starting this week, but you can access them anytime during the week for any of your needs. They are doing extra cleaning procedures and ask that you observe physical distancing while you're in the store. Both gas stations and convenience stores are open, business as usual so far. Takeout only at the restaurants.
Hello, so we are back. Thank you, Jessica, for that. She kicked my butt because I have an update from Cache Creek, but I did not do a video like that. So good job, Jessica. I'll try and do better next time, but I will just read my list when we get to it. Anyway, on Friday, this is interesting. So today, BC Ferries laid off more than 1,400 employees and canceled a major route between Metro Vancouver and Vancouver Island. I believe it was the Departure Bay route, or just Departure Bay in general. So, because they had an 80% drop in traffic due to COVID-19. So that is an interesting thing that has happened. So, as I mentioned over the last couple of days, get ready for an Easter Eggstravaganza that will have you clucking with delight and hopping all over Ashcroft in a safe, social distancing kind of way for a fun, family-friendly scavenger hunt with some great prizes. So, what you can do is pick up a entry form at the Ashcroft Cache Creek Journal office, or the, where is it here? So the Journal or the Visitor Information Center on Railway Avenue. There'll be a bunch of clues as to places that you can go around Ashcroft, up on the Mesa, downtown, and on the north side of the bridge. And I'll come back to that as we have another caller. Hello, you're on the Hub Online Network. How can I help you?
Hi, Gareth. It's Vicky.
Vicky, how are you today?
I'm good. I wanted to call in and let everybody know that about something that doesn't have to do with COVID-19, and it's that Monday is the annual World Day for Physical Activity.
Oh.
So it's a day when everybody on the planet Earth is encouraged to be active for at least 30 minutes. And actually you can win some cool prizes too. So they're encouraging, it's participation that's put on this little challenge. They're encouraging all Canadians to participate by tracking 30 minutes of physical activity.
Yep.
Anything you want. the Participaction app for your chance to win one of 5 Fitbits. And a Fitbit is pretty cool because not only does it track your steps that you do every day and tell you how long you went on when you went on your hike or your walk. It also will tell you the elevation that you climbed, and it will buzz you if you have sat too long and remind you to move. So you can win one of those by participating with their app, and you can download it very easily. Just write in Participaction.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I could use a Fitbit myself.
Yeah, right. And then also you can share your picture of being active on April 6th, that's this coming Monday, and tag @Participaction, and then use the hashtag World Day for Physical Activity, and that's how you win. And also, the Ashcroft Hub has added a little bit of extra fun and opportunity to win a prize. By posting your picture on April 6th on the Ashcroft Hub Facebook page, you will have a chance to win a free gym membership when we are open again.
Wow. And how long will the gym membership last for?
Well, it'll be a month.
Okay.
You'll win a full free gym membership, and then also included in that is a personal training session to
Wow.
get you started at the gym.
Well, that's very cool.
I think so too, and you know what? It's a win-win for everyone. Whether or not you win a Fitbit or a free gym membership, you're getting active, and that always does a body good.
Right? I need to get active myself. I keep telling myself that I have to start doing something. So this will be a good catalyst for myself to get out the door. So
Yes, for sure. So join us on Monday.
right on. Well, thank you very much, Vicki.
Thanks, Gareth. Great show today.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye. So that was Vicki talking about participation. If you would like to join in, Vicki just talked about all the different ways that you can join, and it looks like Jessica added a thing for you to click on in the comments. So check out what Jessica just posted, and we'll go from there. Now, just to finish off what I was talking about with Easter, so once you complete your forms, you can drop them off at 1427 Pine Street in the Battle subdivision across from the Ashcroft Pool, and there'll be lots of prizes. And this contest goes on from today to the 11th of April. So this is the Easter Eggstravaganza hunt. You don't have to go into people's yards or anything. You can just drive around, social distancing, and find all the cool Easter setups that there are in Ashcroft. Moving on, where are we here? We already talked about that. Thanks to David. Okay, so Mayor Tallarico and CAO Dawson will be available every weekday. So it's now done for this week, but Monday they'll be back. They'll be available 11 a.m. to noon to answer any questions that you might have about what's going on, especially in our villages. You can call 250-457-6237 or email admin@cashcreek.info. I actually called CAO Dawson today. I had a question about bylaw officers, which he responded to. So if you're seeing people that are not social distancing, unless it's an egregious offense of not social distancing, there's not much that can be done right now other than calling the RCMP. But it would have to be something pretty horrific to call them. In other towns, such as Kamloops, there are bylaw officers that are dealing with this sort of thing. They're still not handing out fines in Kamloops, so that's a thing that's going on right now. So that was the answer from CAO Dawson. He does also say to remember to social distance, wash your hands, all that kind of stuff. Keep yourself safe. I asked him about how many calls they were getting, and he's saying that in that time they're getting about 6 to 9. They're not all about this COVID-19 situation. They are just the normal amount of calls that they would normally get. So they haven't been getting too many phone calls about this situation, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, so that was my call with CAO Dawson, which he answered right away. So I appreciate that. Thank you for talking to me. Now just one second here. Thank you for contacting this video. Okay, so next week we'll have an update from the Elizabeth Fry Society about how they're doing with the food bank. And yeah, so actually thank you if you're watching South Caribou Elizabeth Fry Society who just got back to me. Thank you for just getting back to me. Thinking, make sure that we distance. So, one great thing from this week, just as a personal thank you from me to you viewers at home, with all the videos that we've done this week, including the video of the short Ashcroft First Responders Parade through the hospital parking lot. We have had over 6,000 views on our page alone this week. So thank you all for watching and sharing and liking all of our stuff. It's really, as much as we're doing stuff to make these shows and updates, you're the ones watching it, so we really appreciate that. Keep up your good work and helping us do ours. We apologize for such a long list, but we do our best every day. Okay, so here is an update from Desert Hills. So due to the ongoing world pandemic, we must work together to contain this ongoing virus and make sure that we keep our distance during this difficult time. It saddens us to keep our distance from the customers that we have grown to love so much. But in time, this will pass and we will be able to see your beautiful faces once again. But in the meantime, we want to make sure that our customers receive Desert Hills product. We at Desert Hills are offering a self-pickup zone where you can submit an order to our email at deserthillsranch@hotmail.com. Click the following link. So Jessica, if you can please add the link into our comments, that'd be great. We apologize for such a long list, but we do our best to list everything that we carry. If there is something that you don't see, please let us know in your email and we will do our best to accommodate you. So that is from Desert Hills. They have lots of cool stuff going on. Also, if you comment on their Facebook page with your favorite flower, you could win a $100 gift card. There are 3 gift cards to be won. So thank you to Desert Hills. What else do I have here? So something that Raven mentioned. Yesterday there was a public service announcement from Kamloops for the Interior Health Region that states that closures of fitness centers and similar facilities are to take place. So I thought that this was a thing before yesterday, but Interior Health has issued an order for all fitness centers, gyms, yoga studios, or similar personal training facilities, whether indoors or outdoors, to close as of yesterday, April 2nd. The chief MHO has determined that gatherings of people at these facilities constitute close personal contact, which promotes the transmission and increased spread of COVID-19. So again, I thought that that was a thing that was done before. Apparently, it is now a thing as of yesterday. So if you're at a gym, don't go anymore. Now, really the last thing that I have to talk about, oh wait, no, not the last thing I have to talk about. So Jessica gave her update into Ashcroft, and again, I did not do as good a job as Jessica, mainly because I'm watching a lot of news, and I apologize. That is not an excuse. I will do better. But just to do a quick rundown of what's going on in Cache Creek. Riverside Motel is closed. Star House is closed. Husky Restaurant is takeout only with reduced hours. The Esso itself, though, is open. Heartland is takeout only with reduced hours. Lordco is open. Sandman is open. RBC is open. Desert Inn is open. The Oasis is closed. Manny's is takeout only. The Beer and Wine store is open. The Jade Shop is closed. Caribou Clear is deliveries only, and they will be also providing water to Safety Mart and the Grub Steak. Robbie's is open. The Vet is open, but you must stay in your car. Annie's is takeout only. DQ is drive-through only. Subway is, for obvious reasons, closed. Cache Creek Inn is open. Cal Tire, open. Chevron, open. A&W, drive-through or pickup only. The BC Liquor Store, open. Sage Hills Motel, open. Petrocan, open. Bear's Claw, closed. Cheryl's Place, takeout and delivery only. Horstein's is open. Village Office is closed to public. The Indian Band Natural Resources building is closed. The machine shop is open. The community hall is closed. The Tumbleweed Inn is open. The Sunset Motel is closed. The Grubstake is open but with reduced hours. The Super Suds is open. And the Junction Coffee House is closed until further notice. So that is your quick rundown as to the businesses in Cache Creek. Again, I'll do better next time something like this comes up. Jessica definitely beat me this time with her video. So good job to Jessica. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before I sign off for the weekend is, I've been talking a lot about movies over the last couple of days. Actually, so I got two things to talk about. One, I'm going to talk about some video games. If you are a gamer, or your kids are gamers, or your husband or wife is a gamer and they haven't heard of some of these, give these a try. Because Resident Evil 3, the remake, comes out today. Now, I'm a fan of the Resident Evil series. A little bit bloody. It's about a pandemic, and I'm sorry, that might be in bad taste. But the Resident Evil series, there's a lot of games involved, so it could take up a lot of time if you're in self-isolation. Same thing with the Halo games. Lots of Halo games to play, lots of aliens to defeat. Final Fantasy games. Currently, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII because the Final Fantasy VII remake comes out next Friday, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm trying to beat the old game to play the new game. I'm a bit of a nerdy gamer myself. The Assassin's Creed games. Again, there's like 11 or 12 of those things, so it can take up a lot of time if you're playing through them. Dark Souls is another series where they're so hard, it takes a long time to beat them. Minecraft, you can play that game literally forever. There's lots of Lego games out there. Star Wars, Harry Potter. My personal favorite is the Marvel Heroes Lego video game. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. There's a Elder Scrolls Online that you can play that, again, goes on forever. There's really no end to it, kind of like World of Warcraft, so you can play that for a long time. And the last one I'll talk about today is The Legend of Zelda. Again, lots of games, not a lot of, you'll never run out of content during the self-isolation period. So check out those games. Let me know what you're playing, if you're playing any. And thank you very much. Last thing I'm going to talk about is yesterday we mentioned the fun things that you can do at home. So there was an Indigenous couple in Kamloops that went viral by shaving off their eyebrows. Interesting idea. So they're in self-isolation. They said that they're not going to leave their house until their eyebrows grow back. So that's one way to do it. So let us know if you shave off your eyebrows to help yourself with self-isolation. Also, there's a fun toilet paper game that we can all play. So I'm going to actually do this now over the weekend. So you take a hockey stick or a broom or a lacrosse stick or something, you smack a toilet paper roll up in the air a couple times and you hit it off screen. So it's a little video that you can make at home. Hit it off screen and make it look like the next person catches the same roll of toilet paper, hits it, and then knocks it off screen. So if we can get 5-10 people to do this, we can make an Ashcroft or Cache Creek based toilet paper smack and throw video. So let's do that. Again, you can send it to hon@ashcrofthub.com. Thank you so much, everybody who has watched, subscribed. We've got lots of new page likes over the last couple of weeks. This is our 12th or 13th video of this nature that we have done over the last few weeks as well. So it's been an interesting time. Sorry about all the doom and gloom. I'm hoping to try and keep it a little bit light every now and again. Thank you to everyone that has called in. Have yourselves a fantastic and safe weekend. We will see you Monday with another big update, as I'm sure a lot of things will change over the weekend, and we'll see you then.